Hi, okay, now it's time for unit 5.4. Okay, so this unit is about long run cost. In the long run, all inputs are variables and all costs also variables. So we look at the production function. The behavior of long run costs depends upon the firm production function. The firm's production function is the relationship between the maximum output attainable and the quantities of both capital and labor. Okay, now we look at this schedule. The table schedule shows a firm production function. As the size of the plant increases, the output that given quantity of labor can produce increases. But for each plant, as the quantity of labor increases, diminishing returns occurs. Now, what is diminishing marginal product of capital? The marginal product of capital is the increase in output resulting from a 1 unit increase in the amount of capital employed, holding constant the amount of labor employed. A firm's production functions exhibits diminishing marginal returns to labor for a given plant and diminishing marginal returns to capital for the quantity of labor. For each plant, diminishing marginal product of labor creates a set of short-run, U-shaped cost curve for MC, AVC, and also ATC. Now we look at short-run cost and long-run cost. The average cost of producing a given output varies and depends on the firm's plant. The larger the plant, the greater is the output at which ATC is at a minimum. The firm has 4 different plants, 1, 2, 3, or 4 knitting machines. Each plant has a short-run ATC curves. The firm can compare the ATC for each output at different plants. So we look at this diagram. Okay, ATC 1, average total cost 1 is the average total cost curve for a plant with 1 knitting machine. ATC 2 is the average total cost curve for a plant with 2 knitting machines. ATC 3 is the ATC curve for the plant with 3 knitting machines, and ATC 4 is the ATC curve for a plant with 4 knitting machines, meaning the bigger amount of ATC, there will be more knitting machines. So the long run average cost curve is made up from the lowest ATC for each output level. We need to decide which plant has the lowest cost for producing each output level. Suppose that the firm wants to produce 13 sweaters a day. What is the less cost way of producing 13 sweaters a day? Okay. Again, from a diagram, we can see by using plant 1, 13 sweaters a day cost $7.69 each on ATC 1. Using plant 2, the same amount of sweaters will cost $6.80 each on ATC 2. When using plant 3, okay, 13 sweaters a day will cost $7.69 each on ATC3. It become higher, isn't it? And using plan 4, guess what? Yes, higher than plan 3. It costs $9.50 each for ATC4. Meaning, we compare all those 4 plans, we can see the least cost way of producing 13 sweaters a day is to use 2 knitting machines, which is plan 2. So, the long run average cost curve is the relationship between the lowest attainable ATC and output when both the plant and labor are varied. The LRAC, long run average cost curve, is a planning curve that tells the firm that plans that minimize the cost of producing a given output. Once the firm has chosen its plans, the firm incurs the cost that correspond to the ATC curves for that plan. Okay, now we look at this figure. Okay. This figure illustrates the LRAC curves. There's 2 parts of LRAC curve. The first part shows decreasing LRAC with economies of scale. And the other part shows increasing LRAC with diseconomies of scale. Okay. So, economies of scale are features of the firm's technology that lead to falling long-run average cost as output increases. And these economies of scale are features of a firm's technology that lead to raising long-run average cost as output increases. And also, we have constant returns to scale. It is a features of a firm's technology that leads to constant long-run average cost as output increases. So, a firm experiences economies of scale up to some output level. Beyond the output level, it moves into constant return to scale or diseconomies of scale. Minimum efficient scale is the smallest quantity of output at which the long-run average cost reaches its lowest level. If the LRAC curve is U-shaped, the minimum point identifies the minimum efficient scale output level. Okay. Now, try to look at this diagram. Okay. So, can you identify which plant is the most efficient plant to be used to produce 10 outputs? Is it by using plan 1, plan 2, plan 3, or plan 4? Plan 1 viewed by ATC1, plan 2 viewed by ATC2, and so on. So, if your answer is using plan 2, yes, your answer is correct. Okay. Why? Because using plan 2, okay, this firm we have a lowest ATC. If your answer is correct, meaning you already understand about long run cost. Okay, that's all for unit 5.4. Okay, thank you for watching.